The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
I think that this represents the ripping off of the Band-Aid, and that's what we need to do to get back on track.
The spectacle of Representative Matt Gaetz and his rebel mini-band of 7 other Republicans driving Kevin McCarthy from the House speakership calls to mind a long-ago politically incorrect commercial for a nature documentary miniseries.
Join acclaimed naturalist David Attenborough for a close encounter with raw nature as you've never seen it before. Violent footage shows you the thrill of the hunt and the strategy of the kill.
House Democrats voted unanimously for the first overthrow of a House Speaker in U.S. history. And why not? No one interrupts a wolf pack in the middle of a meal.
I will not run for Speaker again. I'll have the conference pick somebody else.
Viewers with long memories, a week, will recall this battle began with the Gaetz-Tongs frustration over Kevin McCarthy's reliance on Democratic votes to prevent a government shutdown. Can any good come of this? None.
The very members who were advocating for regular order have today stopped regular order.
Everybody in?
Before this spectacle unfolded, Republicans were facing in Joe Biden the weakest presidential incumbent in memory. Today, possible independent or third-party challengers are proliferating. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Senator Joe Manchin, or no labels. Meanwhile, California Governor Gavin Newsom is ready to jump over the presidential carcass at the first opportunity.
You can be a national treasure and still be too old for the job. If I'm on a plane and the pilot says, "This is your captain, Buzz Aldrin," I'm getting off.
Set against a backdrop of strikes across the country, many linked to Mr. Biden's green agenda, the latest NBC News poll says only 28% of voters favor the Democrats to deal with the economy, giving Republicans a rare 21-point advantage.
I'm proud to be the most pro-union president in American history.
One could not script a better path to victory for the party out of power. After this week, though, that party is likely to remain out of power.
The real problems of real Americans will get ignored for weeks while D.C. politicians play middle school games about terrible personal grudges. Matt Gaetz needs to quit being a chaos agent.
Democrats must be giddy in disbelief.
The Republicans are in the middle of a civil war that is causing chaos, dysfunction, and extremism.
Until now, Democratic Party leaders' cries of extreme MAGA Republicans was a pathetic, obvious overstatement.
The MAGA Republicans are a different breed of cat.
Today, that pitch looks more sellable as the public tries to comprehend the House chaos.
I think $33 trillion in debt is chaos. I think that facing a $2.2 trillion annual deficit is chaos.
The Gaetz 8 refer constantly to the U.S. debt, as if Mr. McCarthy's slim majority could have made a dent. Instead, they have insisted on increased funding to secure the border, which it won't, and on defunding U.S. support for Ukraine's war with Vladimir Putin.
What is at stake in Ukraine is much bigger than just Ukraine.
GOP voters are becoming so beaten down by these internecine conflicts, yesterday the Trumpians, today the Gaetzians, that turnout next November could be depressed.
I am the only Republican in the entire United States Congress who takes no lobbyist money and no PAC money.
The fact is that traditional Republican donors still matter. While Nancy Pelosi was Speaker, she was the Democrats' most potent fundraiser. Speaker McCarthy's fundraising was doing that for Republicans. The House GOP's fundraising goals are now melting.
This is not left versus right. This is not ideological. This is about someone that we can trust.
The big spending reductions demanded by these nominal conservatives can occur only if Republicans win control of Congress next year and ideally the White House. After this week, the opposite result looks more likely. And here's the hard part. Across the country, traditional conservative ideas have been succeeding as economic policy and as a challenge to the progressives' lack of restraint on the culture. If control of Washington returns next year to the Democratic left, these 8 will be remembered for a historic sellout of conservatism, for nothing.
At the end of the day, keeping government open and paying our troops was the right decision. I stand by that decision. At the end of the day, if I have to lose my job over it, so be it.